As far as money goes, we started with 40,000. We're at, you know, just under 13,000 right now. So we've still got good money going. We got enough to pay everybody. There we go. There's our first exhibit. What do you think? I'm pretty happy with that first exhibit. And then what we're going to do is we're going to mirror this exhibit back here, okay? So we're going to do another circular exhibit, oval shaped, but we don't need to do that yet. We still have plenty of room in this exhibit, and you know whether or not you have enough room by going to your animals, and then if you click on terrain, it'll tell you right here, you've got this number. So 1570 meters squared, that's how big our enclosure is. And then 690 meters squared, that's what they need in order to be happy. So they have plenty of space. Plenty of space for us to put in some more animals. So let's go into the animal market and see what other kind of animals are available that would live well with the zebras. Oh, and before I do that, I'll show you, I know that the zebras will be happy living with other animals. If I go to Zoopedia to go interspecies enrichment, you can see here are all of the animals that can mingle with the zebras that we have. And the zebras will be happier the more animals we have. You can go down here to enrichment, and you can actually see interspecies bonus right here. So they don't have to be with other animals in order to be happy, but they will get perks if they are, okay? So, yeah, you're not going to be penalized because they're not mixing with other species. But we are going to give them that bonus. So let's go see what kind of animals are available. And from time to time, you will get new animals in here. I don't know what's updated now. Tapirs don't live well with zebras. Wildebeests do. So I do have a bronze wildebeest here and a bronze wildebeest here. Stats aren't amazing, but they're not the worst either. The size is what concerns me. So 42%, and then this one's at 33% size gene. It's not great. This wildebeest isn't bronze, but I feel like the stats are somewhat better than this wildebeest. This wildebeest has 100% immunity, which is really great. You know what? Screw it. We'll do it. We'll get this one and this one. We've got some wildebeest here, and now we'll go ahead and put these wildebeest in here with the zebras by moving them into our quarantine area first. There we go. Make sure that we didn't buy ourselves some sick wildebeest. There we go. Sick wildebeest, bro. All right, there we go. So I'm going to let things sort of play out now. While we do, I'm going to speed things up just a little bit and check in with our staff just to make sure that there's nobody who's due for a promotion yet. Here we go. Security guard, train you up. There we go. All right. Pretty good stuff so far. Happy with what we've got. What do you guys think about this zoo so far? Can you move the camera to the top right? You're not seeing everything? I could do that, probably. Give me a second. Let me see. That's an easy request. To top right, like so. How's that? That better? Hopefully that's better for you guys. Are there penguins? There's not penguins, actually, which is really disappointing. What are you talking about? You can't find a room with space. Don't lie to me. Can't find an accessible staff room. We've got a staff room. It's right here, you dink. Look at this staff room. Oh, is it because everybody's on break right now and there's no room for you? So this staff room, I think it only holds 4 people. I think. Oh, and you know what? I can actually give them these perks too. So if I give them learning resources while resting in the staff room, staff will learn more about their job, bringing their training date forward. There we go. So they're going to learn more. It costs money to do that, but we're going to do that. And everybody's on break at the same time. So poor Ambrose Oldham can't take a break. Oh, man. I could put down another staff room, but eventually somebody will come out and he'll be able to take a break. So I'm not going to do that right now. All right, now we just got to see if somebody left. Now Ambrose can go ahead and take a break. I'm going to go ahead and speed things up even more now until, there we go, quarantine's passed. There we go. Second quarantine's good. My wildebeest seem to be good to go. Now he's got to move them into this habitat. There we go. Okay, speed it up so that many people can go grab them. There we go. They came right out of the break room. Nabbed them. And I love that the animals get transported in these tiny magic boxes, which have to be something akin to like a TARDIS, basically. And then when they drop them off, the boxes get big. Whoop. And our wildebeest come out. There we go. There are pandas. Yes, there are. Joppa Jan. Absolutely. Those we can get. And it looks like it's a two-headed wildebeest right now, but it's actually not. They were just overlapping each other. And now I can check my wildebeest right now, and they should be pretty happy with the terrain. Usually if animals are or can cohabitate together, then they'll like similar terrains. And you see that the terrain's fine. You look at the plant coverage. They do actually think that there's too many plants in here, which is interesting. So they want fewer plants. If I get rid of one of these elephant grasses, I wonder if they'll be a little bit happier now. If I look at plant coverage, actually they still think that there's too many plants in here. So look at my zebra all up on a rock. Zebra on a rock. Okay, if I take that away, what do you think now? Still a little bit too much, huh? Okay, I'm gonna have to get rid of one of these trees, tragically. What do you think now, wildebeest? There we go. Okay, you're happier. Wildebeest don't like a whole lot of plant coverage, unfortunately. And you got low welfare. You know why? I know why. So you're a little skittish. Oh, no, it's space. Excuse me? Critical size or crowding. Oh, wait a minute. So these wildebeests, that's actually surprising to me that I'm getting that. I've had zebras. No, there we go. I think that was a fluke. Wait a minute. It's because you're stuck on a rock, isn't it? I'm almost certain that's what's going on. Because this zebra's fine. This zebra's like, space is good. This zebra's like, yo, there's not enough space on this rock, bro. I'm going to move you. There we go. I think that was purely because it was on a rock. It's like, this rock's too small. Yep, there we go. Space is fine now. What a weirdo. Okay. All right, that's taken care of. That's fine. And I think that they can share this habitat too. So if I look at the habitat, hard shelters 100%. Yeah, we're good there. All right, good. Not enough space. I can't sit. That's right. I ain't gonna sit on this rock. It's too cold. All right, so we got our first two sets of animals there. Wildebeest and zebras living happily together. And we're hovering around $13,000 right now. I'm wondering, oh, you know what we're gonna do? First off is we're gonna change the information on the boards here. There we go. We're going to teach them more about wildebeest as well. So now they know about zebras and wildebeest. There we go. And zebra and wildebeest. There we go. There we go. And yep, they're going up top here too to check out the place. People are starting to trickle up there. Okay, now that we've got it set up pretty good, I'm just going to make sure that we don't have a bunch of litter bugs in this park, okay? We're going to want to make sure to put down some trash cans, all right? I found this out the hard way. I didn't know the trash cans were really a thing until I started getting these indicators that there was litter everywhere, and it sucks. It sucks when there's litter everywhere. So I'm going to put trash cans basically every like 20 feet or so. Put a trash can back here. Put one back here. Got one back here as well. There we go. And last trash can set here. Actually, I say last trash can set, but we're going to do a couple up top too. There we go. Just make sure that there's plenty of places for people to throw away their garbage. There we go. No litter bugs, please. There we go. Plenty of garbage cans. Awesome. And our vet just finished research. Boom. We learned a little bit more about the zebras, guys. How about that? So let's go ahead and learn a little bit about the wildebeest now. The wildebeest. Okay, and you can see that Felicity Vick is now at level 2. So I should probably check in and see. There we go, yep. I can go ahead and start to promote some of my peeps. There we go. Get them learning a little bit more. Cool, all right. So, what do you guys think? I'm digging this. So are koalas in the game? I don't think they are. Shockingly. Not every animal in the world is. Oh man, I feel really bad. There are terrible fires happening in Australia right now. And They said that koalas are functionally extinct. Oh my god, I can't wrap my mind around it. Basically, just like so much of the land that koalas live on is just being scorched. Oh man, if there's any Australian viewers out there, man, my heart goes out to you guys, and I hope you guys stay safe. Koalas are cuties. They are some of the world's cutiest. Dumb animals, though. I don't mean that as an insult, but it's a fact. I recently learned koalas are very, very dumb. It's very sad. Very sad. Adorable, sweet, dumb animals. Okay, so now let's start to talk about our new area that we're going to do, right? Our new enclosure. I'm going to pause the game real quick. I'm going to do a path very similar, if not identical, to what we did on the other side. We're going to go make sure that we are 7 meters, because that's what we were on the other side. And every time we put that one down, 15-degree change. Thank you, hashtag bro skills. 14 months in a row. Thanks for sticking around with us. Guys, drop some bears for hashtag. Okay, 15-degree, 15, 15, 15. And I apologize if I'm not checking in with you guys frequently enough. I do get very in the zone in this game. I'm going to keep on glancing over at chat. And just a reminder, if you guys want to get my attention, go ahead and @StumpGamersMe so I see that you guys are tagging me and talking to me so I can talk back. There we go. And then the paths don't work as intended a lot of the time. So what I end up doing is deleting and rebuilding them until I get it just right. So this path, I created it just so I knew the distance to build the other path. So I'm going to delete that temporarily while I put you there. And then I'm going to rebuild that path. There we go. That's only 4 meters. Boom, boom. There we go. And then I look at this, and that's pretty identical to what we had on that side. It's looking pretty good. All right. All right, guys. So we'll do another, is that the same size? Yeah, it's the same size, right? Yeah. It's just, this one looks so much bigger because there's actual stuff in it. Okay. We're going to need people to get over here. So I'm going to go ahead and, I think this path was only 5 meters wide. So I'm going to do a 5-meter wide path. Yep, there we go. Going over to here. There we go. And there we go. So that's how that's going to look. We'll go ahead and replicate what we've got here on this side as well. But before we do that, let's start to build our enclosure just like that one, okay? I'm digging this. I'm digging the way that this is looking, all right? I'm happy with the way that this is working out. And I'm happy that I've had time to play this game and get pretty comfortable with it. It was difficult to learn because there's so much to learn in this game. But eventually, once I felt comfortable, like I really had it down, I was able to sort of jump in and really build a new zoo from top to bottom pretty quickly. Okay, I saw that our vet was just done with some research, so I'm going to go ahead and finish building this fence, and then we'll go ahead and update that research for our vet. Okay. And then we're going to stop what we're doing over there and go meet up on the other side here. Boom. Yeah, so I've gotten a lot of inspiration from the Planet Zoo subreddit and also the workshop. There is workshop support in this game, which is very cool. So people can build blueprints and share them online and stuff. It's very, very cool. You know what I just realized is that this short side... Oh, you know what I can do, actually? I think I can... Whoop, nope, no, crap. I think I can actually rotate it. Let me see. Maybe. You know what? Screw it. I'm just going to go ahead and Control Z and go backwards. I'm going backwards because this is actually the side of the habitat that this wall should be on. If I wanted to mirror the other side totally, then this is what we need to do. Okay. Sorry if I'm being a little bit too anal about the specifics of my enclosure. Here we go. So there we go. That's where I want that small wall to end up on that side, because that's where our door for the enclosure is going to be. There we go. This is starting to look a lot better. Yeah, so there are blueprints in the workshop, and a lot of them I think are for like the sandbox mode, but there are amazing things that people have built, and if you like them, you can just like go ahead and take them and put them right into your park. But I've gotten a lot of inspiration for what I want to do with my park based on a lot of those blueprints. Okay, there we go. So let's go ahead and update our research for our keeper real quick. There we go. We've learned a little bit about the wildebeest. We'll keep learning about the wildebeest. That's cool. We're good there. I wouldn't say anal. Perfectionist, maybe. Okay, fair enough. I think that they're the same, pretty much, but one just sounds weird. All right, so let's recognize something here real quick, which is this glass is looking beat up, right? First time I saw the glass looking beat up like that, I was like, holy crap. These animals are going to escape. But that's just an indication of the wear and tear of your barrier status. It's at 61% right now, and it will get lower than that. The windows are going to start to look beat up and stuff, but it's really nothing to worry about. Our mechanics will come by, and they will repair them. Oh, and you can actually hear people tossing in money. Look at this. We've already made $300 in this donation bin. People are really digging our animals, all right? And as you learn about the animals, you can see we're going to get more information about the animals on these boards. They start pretty bare bones, but information will literally update the more we learn about these animals. Okay, so now we're going to start looking for animals to put in here, but first, before I do that, let's go ahead and just do what we did over here, but over here if I can. So let's see if I can figure out a way to build the path like we had over here on this side. So I go like that, and then I start to go up. I think that's 3, and then we go down, and then boom, 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 like that, and then down. I think that we just nailed it. Nailed it first try. All right. Actually, no, I'm not going to do that because they're going to walk in front of these huts, and then they're going to bitch about it. So I don't want you guys complaining about my huts. All right. You're going to complain about my huts a little bit. It's going to happen. Come on, can I curve you over here? Will you not? Come on. Seriously? This is what sort of drives me a little bananas with this game sometimes. Is trying to get the path. Sometimes the pathing is just too smart for its own good. You see, like, it's locking there. I don't want it to lock there. I want it to... Oh, seriously. Seriously. You know what? Screw it. That just may have to be the way that works. You know what I mean? It doesn't want to turn that way anyway. Okay. Fine, we'll just do like that. That's fine. It's not terrible looking. They'll walk in front of this a little bit and they'll complain, but there are worse things in the world, right? There are. So screw it. That'll just be what happens there. They'll complain about it, but they'll get over it. Okay, so that's what we'll do instead. Just because the paths were being annoying. There we go. Cool. And that actually is pretty spot on, right? Like, that's mirrored pretty dang similarly. About as close as we're going to get. It's not picture perfect. It's a little bit different on this side, but you know what? It's good enough for us. And you know what I just realized is I fell into my old habits and I built a brick barrier here. Good thing you can really change this very quickly just by doing that. They really made the UI in this game. While there are some complaints, you're never going to get exactly what you want. You're never going to get exactly perfect. How tall is this? 619. Okay, I want to make sure that this side is the same height. So we're at 639. It's pretty close. But I want it to be just the same. 619, 620, 619. Perfect. And then we know that the bottom ones were 4 meters. So we'll go ahead and do 4 there. There we go. So now we've got a mirrored situation there. And you know that it's like perfectly made, like replicated, because there's one beam here, and I think that's exactly what we had here. Yep, we had one beam on there too. So yeah, that's pretty good. I am stoked on this, guys. All right, now let's put down our windows. So we're gonna do a window here, boom. A window here, A jaboom. And here. Boom. All right. Cool. I'm into it. And we can do some mixed animals over here as well. So we've got the zebras and the wildebeest over here. We can do like some springbok and some other stuff on the other side. There we go. Before I do though, let's go ahead and just get some of my facilities placed. Some of my... There we go. My donation boxes. My money makers. All right, vet research is complete again. My vet is researching really quickly. I'm into it. I'm just going to let her keep researching, though, about these wildebeests. And then we'll learn everything we need to know about zebras and be happy. Okay. Go. One last one here. Some up top here. One right in the middle. One right there. There we go. Cool. All right. Animal time. Well, here, vet research. Check that off the list. All right. Oh, you know what? There are some challenges here. Have at least 300 guests. Make $500 in a souvenir shop. Adopt 2 different habitat species. Okay, we'll get into habitat species here real soon. But first, let's populate this area over here. All right. And then we could probably up the prices for our tickets. And by getting more animals in here, we'll get more guests as well. Right now, we're getting 125 guests in here right now. Maybe some enrichment. Yeah. Oh, yes. Thank you for actually reminding me. I did get sidetracked doing other things, but now that we've learned a little bit more about the animals, we can actually give them enrichment items. You can see that right now, welfare is... Their social group is pretty small. They like to be in bigger groups. You can find out just how big the group is by going to the Zoopedia and finding here 1 male and 31 females is what they like. That is a whole lot of animals. So they'll start to have babies, and they'll get happier eventually. But right now, enrichment, they need some toy enrichment, and they need some food enrichment. So the more we learn about them, the more we'll learn what those enrichment items are. So if we go to habitat, and then I go and then that's wildebeest right there. You can see that right here, we've got, whoops, no, I'm sorry, right here. We've got food. No, come on, there, here, we've got food. So this is a grazing feeding ball. I'm going to put one of those down. And then the toy enrichment, they just like to play with balls. So put down a soccer ball. There we go. So now they've got some food enrichment items. They got some toy enrichment. I will give a quick warning about the food enrichment items. So when you place food enrichment items, they need to be filled up by the zookeeper. So if you place a bunch of food enrichment items, which I've done in the past, it means that a zookeeper has to come and fill up everyone individually, which will take up more and more of their time. They won't have time to go to other enclosures and feed the animals. It'll become a problem. So be sparing with the food enrichment items. Only put down what you need. But now that I put down those items, you can see, look at that. Food enrichment, toy enrichment, 100%. So just putting down one of each isn't going to please every animal. Sometimes they're going to want like more toy enrichment items and more food enrichment items. Each animal is a little bit peculiar. But you can see that they share a food enrichment item. So this food enrichment item is going to work for both the wildebeest and the zebras. So we just made them both happy. Good for us.